Hello everyone from Visual Artists Ireland and the Agility Award Round 2 for 2022. My name is Robert and this is my garden studio slash darkroom where I produce some works embedded with elements of nature in collaboration with rust and photographic paper and many other elements. But basically, that is the main driving force, like to make a good piece of work. Um, Basically, what is all going on here, that the photographic paper is placed on this table, and then I have lots of rusty metal pieces that I put on the paper, and the work emerges by itself somehow. So I don't have much control apart from kind of placing the metal in on the photographic paper. So this is the triptych that I was doing lately. You can't see the third bit, but there are some plants as well sometimes thrown on the top, and some really interesting features show up. And this studio, basically I opened and I built during the lockdown, and through that time I was excessively somehow making these compositions in rust, and this work is rather abstract with some figurative features, and it shows up actually a phenomenon, a psychological phenomenon with us humans about pareidolia. And pareidolia is a phenomenon that you can actually, with force of your mind or with other visual, let's say, Trompe d'oeil, the visual illusions, you can see actually faces or places or some other features on a piece of paper or material or other object that is absolutely random, and has a random kind of visual experience. So yeah, that will be basically the part of the work, and now I'm gonna show you the other part of the darkroom where I have more of these works. So hi and welcome again from the garden darkroom. We came back to the transformed place where I make these rustograms, or people usually call them chemigrams, but I don't really identify with chemigrams because I think these pieces have much more story and much more relevance than only a chemical reaction. Basically, now this darkroom is transformed from a documentary project photography and documentary kind of photography storytelling into other sort of work. Basically, these compositions are still have no name, but it's a Pareidolia project. And this project talk about, as I explained earlier on, about that visual phenomenon that we occur when we see something, but actually we have that ability to see something deeper. With the example of these works, recently this one here particularly, if you really can glance much more, you can when you look actually more at it, like you will be able to see certain shapes or faces or some sort of a emotional response that will um, catch your attention, of course. And then, so yeah, this is the work which I made during virus most of the time, during the lockdown. These are elements here of fixer, of film developer and paper developer and all other recycled pieces of recycled chemicals which I mixed up and I use for making these pieces. Some of them are kind of thrown up, let's say, like in a way that are not still gathered, but it would be nice to have them all in one place and show them. These ones here are rather a little bit figurative, let's say. I mean, you can kind of see that something is going on. And this is all paper that was left outside and it was mixed up with different sorts of chemicals and different sorts of also natural ingredients, like sometimes I throw some nettles or seaweed, and seaweed gives that lovely black color and throws some different elements. These ones are like made a little with copper. Then after I have these ones just with mixed chemicals and rust. And lately I was doing also these nonettes, and these are kind of featured pieces here. So, and then there's another nonette here. And then we have a little diptych here with placed rust on the photographic paper. And these are my new ones, which I kind of quite rely on them, like as a superstars of this project, and would like to continue with these. These are all like cutouts of the rusted papers that I did. So just 1 second, bear with me to set up this space here of this one. So these ones are actually this bit here, the lower one, and when we go through this format, these all were born in lockdown times, and they actually quite well can relate to each and every one of us during those tough times, and somehow I like them, and I feel that they have some potential to make some sort of a story. So if you can see some, look, these green ones were newer ones in recent times, but they're all cutouts from the lockdown period. And then lately I've brought in some frames, and I frame one of them, and I think it quite has that kind of quality, and it looks like a good work that can be presented in some place, of course, and enjoy it, because I think they're quite mysterious pieces. They're quite interesting to look at. I can see here some sort of a noise and some sort of a nose and a face of a giant sleeping somewhere in the middle of universe. And yes, I hope that you had at least a little bit of fun, as much as I do here. Many thanks for watching, and thank you.